Most clients' website projects takes longer than it should, not because the work is hard, because everything around it is slow. And this is what I used to go through myself until I changed this one approach and I used AI and I was able to rebuild a client's website in hours, not weeks. Hey, my name is Paul Kim, and in this channel, I talk about getting clients with high level, but most importantly, getting clarity before you implement AI and automation. Here's a typical experience of when we go through the website development. And so it is waiting on content, going back and forth with design, maybe technical delays, which creates gaps in designs and implementation. So, which results in the project taking weeks. You delay getting results for the client because they're expecting some results and basically kills the momentum. So, in this case, rebuilding a website was the right move. And if you've watched my previous video, I'll put the link to my previous video up at the top. I didn't want to make this into a long project. All right, so the shift for me was that a website redesign should not start with design. It should start with structure. And speed comes with number one, clarity, number two, systems, and most importantly, not starting from scratch. All right, so one of the important things I discussed in this channel is making sure that you have clarity before you even implement any tools, AI. And so when I look at my four-step approach, the first one is clarity, and you are making sure that you are working with a structure. And what is a structure is that you want to make sure that you have a homepage that you can replicate throughout making replicates of the other pages. Okay. And then you want to make sure that you have service locations, right? Service locations are very important when it comes to local businesses. And you want to make sure that you have a clear contact flow as well. Now, this doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be functional. And then step number two is that you want to create your first draft quickly. And this is where you're going to use a template and you're going to use AI to create the base version of the homepage. And so if you watch till the end of this video, I'm going to give you a video walkthrough of HighLevel's AI, and that's what we use for our business. And this will create the problem of the blank slate. And step three is this is the step that you're refining and not creating. You're adjusting messaging, you're adding local relevance, you're editing and not starting from zero. And so as long as you did number one and number two properly, number three should be just editing. Number four is where you are now connecting the system or the back operating system. And so where you're connecting the form, you're connecting the web chat widget, and you are connecting the follow-up or the automations on the back end. All right, so in summary, speed comes from mainly from starting with something rather than starting from a blank slate. And so in our case, with our most recent client, right, the driving school, they already had a website that was pretty much outdated, and we needed to rebuild their website. And so instead of starting from scratch, what we did was we utilized AI to help us create that base homepage. And so the best way that I can show you how we implemented that in HighLevel is for us to go directly into HighLevel, and I'll show you exactly how it was done. All right, so let's get to it. All right, so as you can see here, we are on HighLevel's sub account. It's a demo account. And if you click on right here, sites and websites, and then let's just go and create a new website. You, instead of course, not start from a blank, but we want to start from a template here. and I'll show you where AI comes in, okay? And we were going to go and look for a template. In our case, we were looking for a driving school, and so there was none in here. And so instead of us trying to find a template in here based on another industry, we didn't want that. And so as of the time that we're recording this video, there is a funnel, right? And there is a funnel AI. There was no website AI. And so luckily, if you go to settings here and you go all the way at the bottom, labs, right? And you go down to right here where it has, there's a lot of AI. Let's just see here. There's a lot of labs coming up. Okay. Just gonna find it somewhere. Okay. Let's see. I think it was up here at the top. Oh, there it is right there. Okay. Just gonna make sure you turn that on. And then we're gonna go back to sites. And then we're going to go to website. And as you can see right here, build with AI. And so the thing with this is that it's in beta mode. And another thing I want to mention to you is that it will only build one homepage, right? The homepage or the, okay. And so I played around with it. This is still something new for me as well. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to put in here driving school, right? And as you can see here, it's writing the prompt as we go along here, right? And so you want to be very specific because with utilizing AI, it requires good input, bad input, bad output, all right? And what we're going to do here is, what is the niche? It's going to be driving school, right? And what is the goal of this page is we want to either capture, actually call to action is call or capture leads with name, email, and number. Okay. And then we want to say here, parents with teenagers as well as people that need driving lessons, right? And what are we offering? Driving lessons, okay? And then now I think what I did also in this is create, so you can of course go ahead and customize this, right? And I strongly recommend it. So create I wouldn't say landing page or create a home page. I would say create a home page for each, whatever you want to put in here, the specific name of the driving school, right? And then also what I would also put in here, if what I did was I took the services that the client already had, and I specifically put it in here as the main services, right? And then I also took the brand colors of the and got the color code, right? So that you don't have to actually go and create those, and make them, modify them. So you can say use, you can put it here, use the brand colors, use the following, you can say use the following brand colors, right? And these are hex codes. And so if you don't know how to use that, you can utilize certain things like, I think there's what we use is Colorzilla. It's a Chrome application. I would use that, Colorzilla, okay? And so that you can get the hex code for and you will put these hex codes in here and you will put them in there so that when AI rebuilds builds up the website, it will actually utilize the client's brand colors. And then the more information that you put in here, the less work you're going to do to basically update the website, right? And so this helped me to create a very, I mean, for this specific client, I'm using the homepage, and then once we created that homepage and we liked what was done and we edited, and then all we did was we duplicated those pages for all the other pages, and that's basically it. And so I strongly recommend making sure, taking the time here to put in as much input, right? If you have to spend 30 minutes out, that will save you hours on the back end. All right. And that's pretty much it. And then have it generate. And you, of course, can do regenerate it. The cost is very nominal, I think, compared to spending hours and hours of design. The faster that you can get something functional, as quickly as possible, the faster that you can get results for your clients. And that's what we want. And so if you're interested in building something like this for your clients utilizing HighLevel, I put the link to a 30-day free trial. And if you're interested in building a high-level business with me, I'll personally make sure that you get your first client. All right. Well, I hope this video was helpful in the way you think about building websites and help you improve and maybe speed up the process of building out websites for your clients. And make sure you check out my next video where I talk about the local framework that I've developed to help you get more clients and retain more clients using HighLevel.